Brought to you by Cock and Ball Breweries. Best beer in the world. Women love it. Dr. Hungbo's Women's Clinics. Catliquor.com. Drew Brees, Elvis Andrews. Bo Kennedy. The Bo Kennedy Show.
All right, Nick, thank you. This is our first edition of where we actually talked about college basketball. Football season's over, so we got to talk about something. So right now, to me, everything is exciting is college basketball.
College basketball.
So we're gonna go over mine. This is not the AP. This is not the USA. This is
USA Today?
Not the coaches poll.
AP? You said AP?
This is the Bo Kennedy poll.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
You didn't just copy it off ESPN, did you?
No, I didn't copy it.
All right.
I wrote it out of my head.
Okay. Start at number 10.
At number 10,
There we go.
I have Wichita State.
You would.
You got something to say about that?
No, I like Wichita State.
They're 21-3.
They should be like number 7, but you know.
They're 21-3.
Their conference is good. People.
I looked at the
hate on their little
AP.
conference.
Nick, the AP had them at like 14.
That team they just lost to, like a week ago, they're like what, number 16 in the country right now? They're good.
But the AP poll had them at like
Yeah.
number 14.
It doesn't matter.
And I looked.
No one's gonna beat the number 1 team once we get there.
And I looked at teams ahead of them. I said Wichita State could beat all those teams. So my number 10 team is Wichita State. My number 9 team, which Nick will also think that I'm kind of biased about. Coming in at number 9, I got Louisville. Nick, the only problem I have with Louisville is they're good. And of course they got the great Rick Pitino. The only problem I have with Louisville, they're inconsistent with their 3-point shots. They're mean, they're tough under the basket. But if they get cold,
You pointed that out to me in the game we were watching.
right? If they get cold and they can't make their threes, they get behind.
Yeah,
And it's hard to catch up.
I agree with that.
You've seen it.
And they're in
right?
a good conference too, man.
Oh, yeah.
The ACC is no joke this year.
They play with the big boys. All right, let's keep going. Number 8, I got Notre Dame. I've seen Notre Dame play 3 or 4 times this year, and I've got confidence in them. They got a pretty good little ball club. You agree? They got a pretty good little ball team. We saw Duke beat them, but we saw them beat Duke. They done played twice.
Yeah.
So, you have a comment on that?
I don't got anything to say.
Notre Dame, you good with Notre Dame at number 8 in the country?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 7 on my list, Wisconsin.
Did you watch them play the other day?
You got anything to say about that? Wisconsin.
They're well coached. I mean, they're just that team that's always.
They're a very well disciplined team.
They're always
good
number
every
7.
year. They're well coached.
They make the Sweet 16 and lose, but they're
And they're
always
like-
in the top 10.
Yeah, they're like what, 21-2. They're good.
They're 21 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're Wisconsin. I mean, I don't know.
Bunch
They're
of white
always
boys,
in the
bunch
top
of white
10.
boys.
Well coached.
Well coached. They're well coached.
But when they go against athletes, they get beat.
We'll see what happens. All right, number 6. I got Arizona. I've only got to see them play a couple times this year, but yeah, they look pretty solid. They've lost 3 games. They're like 20-3. They seem pretty solid playing in that conference of champions, as
Oh,
Bill Walton,
God.
as Bill Walton calls it.
He said it like 12 times the other night. I don't
You
understand.
got to watch the game that he called, right?
Yeah.
He called the Pac-12 the Conference of Champions. Come on, man.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't have anything to say about that, but Bill Walton, you are... Never mind. Producer Nick, I got coming in at number 5, Villanova.
I agree with that.
They've only lost 2 games.
They still in the Big East?
I think they are. We watched them play a couple times. They got good ball.
They're always good though. They're always a top 10 team. Another one.
And they're always a team. Well, I'll put it this way: any team in the Big East almost could play in the NBA.
Oh,
Is that stretching it too much?
I think there's one team in college basketball that could play in the NBA. We haven't gotten to them yet.
So we'll talk about that later. But Villanova's got a good ball team.
Mm-hmm.
We watched them play together. We
Another
me
well-coached
and both
team.
have watched them and talked about them.
Yeah.
So I've got them at number 5. But number 4, and Bo Kennedy, top 10. I got Virginia.
I like that.
Virginia's good.
They're real good. They've been there. The players that are on the team have been there for a few years. They play good defense.
They lost 1 game. Who they let beat them? You remember? They went
Duke?
Fuck yeah, they let Duke beat them.
I couldn't remember if it was Duke or North Carolina.
They beat Duke the first time, and the next time they let Duke beat them.
It's kind of like Notre Dame.
Same thing with
beat
Notre
Duke
Dame.
at home and then
They
lost
beat
by
Duke, then
30.
Duke beats them. That's why Notre Dame falls all the way down here. That's why Virginia falls at number 4. And obviously, now who you think sitting at number 3?
Duke?
Yeah. With 3 losses.
But Duke,
3 losses.
but they play a bunch of good teams.
But their
and they're
big
good.
wins climbs them up the ladder.
Who they beaten this year that's high ranked? Didn't they beat Louisville?
We just talked about 2 of them. They beat Virginia. They beat Notre Dame.
They beat Louisville, I think.
Yes,
Like they did. They've beaten some good teams. They beat the top teams.
They beat 3 top 10 teams. You know I don't like Duke. I never have. But they're good. Watch out for Duke, Nick.
Coach K got his 1,000 wins and
Yeah,
everything.
watch out for Duke. Yeah, Coach K's on like number 1,000.
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter about any of these teams. Who's number 2?
But that's enough about Duke.
Yeah, no one cares. We hate Duke.
You know who's sitting at number 2?
My Texas Longhorns. No, I'm joking. I don't know who you haven't named, honestly.
Mississippi State.
Oh, shut up.
At 12 and 12.
You're so full of it.
No, I'm joking. Gonzaga.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Gonzaga. They're always good.
They're 24 and 1. To me, Gonzaga is the Wichita State of the big boys. Those are the 2 teams that I watch because they're not the big schools. You know what I'm saying? But you remember, we don't get to watch Gonzaga much because they play so late at night. But remember, producer Nick, we watched the Gonzaga game the other night. They were dominating.
Yeah, they're good.
They got that one big. We'll be more informed
They really
as the weeks go on, but they had that one big white dude playing in the middle. He was tearing it up, wasn't he?
They really wore out San Francisco University. That's a big win.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, that was a big win against San Francisco University. Or University of San Francisco. I'm not sure which one.
But that night we stayed up late and watched them. They were impressive.
Yeah, they are.
So I'm not going to dog them. I'm going to give them credit.
But let's go ahead.
Because they're always good.
They are. Let's go ahead and move to number 1, the team that's not going to lose this year, that's going to go undefeated and win the championship.
All right, number 1.
I hate to admit it.
Number 1 team in the nation, Arkansas Razorbacks.
Oh, shut up.
I'm joking.
There's no way.
I'm joking. Kentucky. I don't know if anybody can beat Kentucky or not. I don't know. I don't see it happening. Maybe when they get in the big tournament,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we're 64 team. Who on this list you think will have a chance to beat?
None of them. I'm just being honest with you.
I agree.
Who can beat them? I think Duke. I think Duke could beat them. It's
Duke can beat anybody.
Duke, if they come out playing, but you know, if Kentucky's playing their top level as good as they can play, they're not going to lose. It's not. Their team is so talented. All 5, they had like 7 players that will be NBA players at some point. Yeah. Right now on their roster,
first
maybe
round
8
draft picks.
Other than the Harrison brothers might both be first round. Yeah, they. Or the Harris brothers, whatever they are. But yeah, Kentucky.
So
that's not even fair.
I want our fans to stay with us here on the Bogini Show, because we're gonna go all the way through the conference tournaments and the big tournament, and stay with us and watch the show, and we'll tell you what we think, because it's what we do. That's all we do. Now that football season's over, we watch basketball every night, and we may be nerds, but that's what we do. We watch it, and we talk about it, and we tell you what teams are good and what teams are bad, but especially come tournament time, which is coming up. Stick with us, everybody.
Stick with us. Here we go.
I got a girl who lives with me.
The Bo Kennedy Show, brought to you by Cock and Balls Brewery. World famous, best beer ever. Women love it. Dr. Hung Bo's Women's Clinic, catliquor.com. Drew Brees, Elvis Andrews, Bo Kennedy, the Bo Kennedy Show.